All right, guys, welcome back to Blackacre. So we've got Elder Hall and Elder Rich still with us. One of them is moving away. They're gonna be gone. Never to see the place again, and last time to probably work here. So one of them is gonna be out of here. If you have your pick of who you think is going, let us know. Leave it down in the comments. But today's the day we pick up all of this junk and get it out of here and have to clean up this place because supposedly the rumor is that we're actually building this house in the next few weeks. I don't know, supposedly. That's the rumor. So anyway, stick with us. All right, guys, so we're just gonna be doing this in sections. So the first part we're gonna do is try and get all this panel that we've used. This is the roofing that came off of the little house. And then over here is all the siding that was from the house as well. We're gonna try and get that all out. Over here is all the studs. We've tried grouping these things until we got to this middle section. And this is all the loose gutter and side corner trim, gable trim, all that kind of stuff. So really, oh yeah, and over here is the red iron and some things like that. So the big beam included, that's gonna be a fiasco. But all we're really gonna do is start just one by one doing this and just trying to get this thing cleaned up. Let's just get to it and start working on this thing. Bag of feed. Man, they got that thing packed up fast. I just come back with one load and they've already got everything loaded up from the middle section. So that's cleared out there. Next up is this wood and the steel that's still sitting right there. So I've been tasked my daughter, Chica, to go ahead and drive the truck with the trailer stacked on it. And I told her, don't crank this too tight because the corner of the trailer is going to damage the bumper. So we'll see what route she goes. But in general, she's going to put it way back up here. You can see my little white, yellow, orange thingies. And she's going to go all the way up there. So we'll see what route she goes. You know, if you scare your daughter enough, she probably won't do something. Oh, she's going to go way around. I thought she was going to turn right here and just come up between us and the tanks. Oh, she's gonna cut through the playground. Of course, Chica, of course, Chica. All right, we're gonna meet her back up here. Perfect job, Chica. Amazing. All right, good old pellets. I tried feeding that to my animals and it didn't seem to put a lot of weight on them, I'll tell you that, despite being 13% protein. But whatever, another day, they are paperweights now. And that's a good purpose for them.
too. Light.
The next thing we got to work on is the big beam. We've already got 3 of the beams. Come on, Chica. And so this guy, that was that big center beam. It's probably almost 40 feet wide, and I can't fit between probably the tree and the fence. So we're going to try and get this in a linear manner. I think we're going to grab one end, put it on the trailer, and grab the other end on the forks, and in unison drive forward. So anyway, branches are down here. It's too far. I'm not climbing all the way up there to cut them anyway. This is just the first shot. We'll see how this works. Let's just get one end up and then the other end in time. We're all set up here. We put the tailgate up at the front to stop it. My fear is that if I go too fast and the trailer doesn't, it's going to slide back and hit me. So Rich and Hall put that up there. Now it's just a matter of getting in the truck and we being equal speed and just try and get it out into the open so I can then pick it up and just drag it the rest of the way. I just got to get past the tree in the corner here. the last little bits here. We're just getting the last little door frames, air conditioner, steel post, handling, air handler, insulation, just all this other little bits. And actually we got some windows down on there, so we're just gonna drag the truck, pick up all this stuff, and hopefully get it all out of here.
You're just curious.
My grass is. Just remember? Yeah.
Get in the bed. All of it will go over there.
You gotta toss this open over. Do you think it'll crack the concrete?
I wouldn't drop it. Or jump.
Macy, do you wanna go on that one?
Yeah, it's not drop.
Yeah.
She's a chunky girl.
It's a heavy boy. I think it's a boy or a girl, so.
It took me with it. You guys like what he eats?
I'm not spending 200 less on
All right, and just like that, it's all done. Got some extra hands at the very end to help with some of the heavy stuff on the trailer, but it's all wrapped up. I think everything looks good. Now it's pretty much clear. We're able to now start getting everything prepped and vehicles and everything in here so we can start building the house. I will tell you though that the timeline for house building, I'm still working on some window stuff and some other things, but my hope is maybe in the next couple Saturdays, depending on weather and stuff like that, we can start building at least the outer frame, followed by then maybe a weekend of trusses, then doing patio cover, then sheeting, siding, stuff like that. So, you know, this isn't going to be a super fast process. We'll try and document some of it here and there. Obviously not a how-to, right? So anyway, there's always just more stuff to do. So got all this wrapped up. Grateful for that and grateful for the help. They've now since taken off. We need to check on the pigs a little bit, since I said in my last video my mom wants to see more pigs. So we're gonna go check on the pigs, see how they're doing. Oh, little piggies, I think you guys have been a little mischievous. Mischievous for sure. Dump the water and dump the water. So we're gonna move all this actually back over to here. It's a little bit closer to the well house. So I bet you guys are thirsty, aren't you guys? You probably are. Okay, here we go. This is where we'd had him originally, and we need to come up with something different. This guy is too far back, but he's not secured in this position, so we're gonna fill this one up, leave it pretty full. They usually, well, I don't know, the boar might mess with it. If it does, we just gotta get either some cinder blocks or something over here and to hold it. The other part I don't like about this is it's right over the top of this. You just know that you go add another 500 pounds sitting up there, it just doesn't help anything, right? So we're gonna think about doing this a little differently. One of the main things we gotta worry about is we gotta get so close, at least close enough to the well, because that's where the spigot and that's where everything comes. But I mean, this is all doable. We just gotta find a good setup. And I know you're gonna say, get some cinder blocks, get something like that. Yep, you're right, we do. Our cinder blocks are now sitting underneath a bunch of water troughs. We decided to go to only one feeder for now, and that one needs to get out of here. I don't know why it's still here, but the boar just plays with it. So Hagrid and all the little piggies just lay here sleepy under a tree. It's actually really nice under this tree. In the shade, it makes a world of difference. Oh, let's go get this guy. In case you're wondering, we have seen Hagrid more actively making efforts. I don't know. He probably did before. We've just seen it more now, but he's doing good. You see, even in his sleep, he monitors the chicks really, really well. These guys are nice and all for smaller pigs and when they're more secure. When I've been doing some research on these pigs and just pigs in general, if you leave a self-feeder out, I've heard that they don't consume as much food. So for example, if you have the option of just nibbling every once in a while whenever you're kind of hungry, you never really get that hunger pain or that hunger feel. So they don't grow as much because they don't actually consume as much. Whereas if you just feed them in the morning or in the night, then they kind of get hungry and then they'll just gorge and really pack in some food. So you can actually feed them more food and hopefully help with their growth if you actually fed them not on a self-feeder. Now, you tell me if that's wrong or right, but that's what I've been hearing from people online. The other thing to think about with pigs is that at some point, if they always have full access to feed, maybe when they become adults, they just keep eating and they eat more than they're supposed to. And you can get them fat or other things like that. And so if they're fat, they don't birth their pigs as well. Once we live out here, we're gonna switch to like a daily feeding, maybe some in the morning, some in the night. But until we live out here, we just can't do that. Right now, the pigs don't look fat, they just look lazy, which is just pigs. And so we'll just leave them be, right? So, but once we live out here, things will change a little bit on the feed schedules. It'll allow us more freedom to be able to do certain things. Obviously, you can see they're making their own little messes, guys. They're wallows. This is a little harder now. But when it rains, they definitely get some little burrow things, wallows. So they have a number of these throughout the area. Obviously, all the ground is derooted, deplanted until you get to some certain spots. But it used to look worse than that over there. It was pretty thick actually in here, really thick. So they've actually done a lot. Pigs will make their own wallows, okay? I know sometimes some people online get after me a little bit about like, you gotta make them wallows, you gotta give them water and everything else. You know, in the number of years I've been doing the pigs, I've never once made a single wallow. I've never once purposely really gave them any water to put in that wallow. And as long as they've had shade, they've been fine. Now, does that mean they wouldn't like it? No, of course they'd probably like it. Does it mean you're wrong if you do it? No, it doesn't. But, you know, the pigs do fine. Pigs survive in the world just fine. These guys have survived just fine. Haven't you, girlfriend? And they're making their own. And they're doing quite a successful job at it. Aren't you, little ones, huh? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This is the pig enclosure. If I could do some things differently or change some stuff, I would like to get rid of all these stumps. You trip on them, they don't root them up very much. And it's just, they're annoying. Come in here and mow this down. But, you know, such is life, right? You don't get everything you want. So thanks for joining along with us, guys. We got some prep work good for the house done. The pigs are taken care of, their waterer. We'll secure that and see how they do over the next couple days with it there, but definitely a solution needs to be there. So stick with us for the future episodes. We'll catch you next time. See ya. Bye.